Sam Basher, one of my favorite TV shows ever, is going to get a TV movie, and I'm very excited about it.
What TV show is that?
That show would be, well, actually, you know, stay tuned and find out.
Good tease. Paint you a picture. Best damn TV show to ever be on TV, you'd say, would be...
The Wire.
That's cake. Best TV show to be on AMC's network, you'd say?
It would have to be. I was going to think of a joke, but it's definitely Breaking Bad.
There you go.
It's definitely Breaking Bad.
And because you're not wrong about The Wire, and now everyone says to either watch two shows, Breaking Bad or The Wire. Those are the two. But Breaking Bad...
I also highly recommend The Shield.
The Shield's good too.
But hey.
And I would... It's felt a little bit.
He's felt just the littlest bit of his coffee.
It was very little. There's nothing really left in there. Anyway, speaking of Breaking Bad, there's some news this week that Vince Gilligan is working on a new project that is Breaking Bad related, adjacent possibly.
Yes.
We're not sure. It's super vague, but I wanted to kind of unpack what we know about this so far.
So if you're like me, I first heard this news. I saw it last night when I was trying to follow election coverage, and then I saw this piece of news instead because I'm like, yes, please, and thank you.
Yeah,
and
need to distract myself.
Yeah, Vince Gilligan's making a Breaking Bad movie, and I was like, don't, because I thought I'm like, hey. And I made a joke about this when we worked at SourceFed. Tom Hanks is Walt.
Wow.
What's his face from Transformers is Jesse.
Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf is Jesse.
Ooh, the screams, because it's just like,
like
just him screaming in like the apartment. I can imagine that. Yeah.
Sam Jackson is Gus, and you're like, what? And you're like, hey, we're going with it.
Yeah, go with it.
But anyway, so I thought this is what was happening. We're like, we're remaking Breaking Bad as a movie. I'm like, no, thank you. No, this sounds like it's going to be another expansion, just like Better Call Saul is an expansion of it. And if it's the quality of Better Call Saul, which it's Vince Gilligan, it should be, I'm very much on board.
What we know so far is that he is set to write and produce the project, possibly direct it. That one's up in the air. And they're also, according to The Hollywood Reporter, this is supposed to start production this month. Yeah. Like now. Yeah. Like we're clock's ticking. Also, a lot of the production team and the people behind Better Call Saul are attached to this project as well, which I'm guessing they were attached to Breaking Bad as well. Yeah. So, we do have like a little snippet about what this project is going to be about.
Share it with us.
It will follow the escape of a kidnapped man and his quest for freedom, and the working title is Greenbrier. And also, another thing just to mention up top, also thank you for the 200 bits from Ken Thora, Bryan Cranston was interviewed recently that he had been approached by Vince Gilligan about a new Breaking Bad project that he was working on.
Interesting.
Super vague.
But currently there are no reports about whether any cast members would return.
Exactly. And that's what he mentioned, was that as far as he knows, it's up. He has no details about it whatsoever. He just knows he was just voiced that he was approached, and he does not know if his character is returning in any way.
Interesting. Which I'm going to be honest, at this point, I don't necessarily need Walt to return. They did a good job covering his story, as fun as it is. I like this little weird Albuquerque world they've created between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I'm fine if you just keep like maybe every couple of years you throw out another one. I'm assuming this is a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
Every couple of years throw out a made-for-TV movie that fleshes out that world. Maybe picks up a character from Better Call Saul because they've introduced a whole host of new characters as well. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Also, but to kind of back up what you just said about the TV movie is that AMC, we'll get into this later, has announced 3 TV movies for The Walking Dead. So if they're kind of like, hey, the shows that we made that broke cable TV, we're going to do it again, but a little bit different, and see if we can get those numbers again.
What do you think? You think that's just the movies are that? It's like maybe a little more compact way of trying to revisit these things that people like? Or do you think AMC's trying to dip its toe and possibly like try these out and then maybe do something theatrical? Because Amazon Studios makes its own movies. Netflix makes its own movies. They haven't had a great success in getting them in the theaters. Yeah. But they make them.
They do.
You know, do you think maybe AMC's maybe trying to dip its toe into that world?
Why not? You know, it's not a bad idea. And also, there's no way that this movie doesn't get one of those like Fathom Events releases for like Doctor Who when they do a Christmas special. Like, there's no way they don't do it. But for you, are you excited about this? Because I didn't watch this show, period, until the last episode aired, and then just because.
And then you just powered through the whole thing.
I did, and it was awesome. It was so cool. It was like the craziest roller coaster. I know you guys have like with watching any TV show on a regular viewing pace, you're able to kind of formulate your own theories throughout in between episodes and in between seasons. But for me, it was just like I don't even have time. Like I don't have time to even think. I'm just on their ride, and I'm gonna soak it all up. And it's amazing for me.
Are you going to do the same thing for Better Call Saul? Wait till the last episode airs and then power through the whole thing?
They're about to start their 5th season, right? Yeah, it's or about to start, or they're working on it now.
I mean, we just finished season 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, which is crazy that there's already been 4 seasons of that show because I watched the premiere of that show. But I'm 100% on board with this because Vince Gilligan is connected, and also how much the cast just loves this project and how willing they'd be to even rejoin it in any form. Like, it'd be amazing. Also, I'd like to know from you guys in the Discord and in the Twitch chat. But
let us know. 100% I'm down. Again, I like I like crime stories, and I like this little like deviant Albuquerque that they've created, and I like spending time there. And again, it's filled with so many rich characters. I like the idea of exploring. I honestly really like the idea if this is a completely new character and maybe they brush up against somebody we've seen before, but it's just a new corner of this world that they've made that might play into later seasons of Better Call Saul, might not. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I mean? It's just a part of that reality.
I would kind of like to know, just because of the small scope I know of the world, Walter White had a way bigger influence than they really show on the show.
Yeah.
Besides the fact of like the FBI going after him and the Drug and Alcohol Association, whatever, DEA. There you go. They're going after him because his reach, his strain of meth is like in Europe, it's on other continents, but it never felt that way. It always was just like you're seeing the different ways that he's able to get around the system and still create it, or who's funding him now, and and how he's getting money and everything. It's just like I would kind of like to know that aspect of it. Also, doesn't this sound like an Aaron Paul Jesse Pinkman show? It's a kidnapped man who's escaped, and it's him looking for freedom. That's where we left off that character.
Wow, that's interesting.
That was the first thing that came to my head.
You're not wrong. Would you like to see that, or would you like Jesse's story to kind of just be done?
Well, I think out of anybody, I would like him to have an okay ending. And if they wanted to give him just like a little bit more, like they want to rub his face in the dirt just a little bit more, and then give him a happily ever after, whatever that would look like for the show, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind like at the end of the series being like, oh, thank God.
You want a murderer to have a happy ending? I get it. I'm kidding. I want Jesse to have a happy ending too. I want Jesse to have a happy ending too. That would be super interesting. I would honestly like to hear in the chat or in the comments down below what you all would like.
Garth McMurray says, I still want Vince Gilligan to do a reboot of Gilligan's Island with Bryan Cranston as the professor, Aaron Paul as Gilligan, and Dean Norris as Skipper,
Dean Norris would actually be really good as the skipper. It's crazy. I've also thought it would be interesting.
Austin, you didn't finish it.
I got like 3 seasons in and I never finished it.
That hurts my heart.
It hurts my heart.
And then Sam's not watching Better Call Saul, which hurts my heart too. I've also thought it'd be interesting to flash back to Mike Ehrmantraut's early years, just because he is easily my favorite character in all of the show.
Fun name to say.
But I don't know what it would be like if another actor other than Jonathan Banks played him. You know what I mean?
Well, pull a Jeff Bridges from Tron or Michael Douglas from Ant-Man. De-age that face.
Yeah, Jonathan Banks is up there.
Yeah. He's an
It's
older
one of those.
man.
It's one of those. He's one of those that like, the show was shot after. Everything else is like we're trying to make it look like it's before Breaking Bad. Look at Jonathan Banks is like, nah, this is post Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Jonathan Banks.
This is too tough. But
let us know what you guys think about that.
No, I'm extremely interested in just to see what this could possibly look like. I'm guessing a 2020 release at the earliest to get something like this. But
also, this would be a good way to ease some of the burden, because now Better Call Saul's hitting that part of its line that Breaking Bad hit, where it's like the waits in between seasons are getting a little bit longer each time. Throw a movie in there, make it a little easy for us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
And I would like to revisit this world. It's not a happy world, but it like you said, it's rich.
Yeah.
What this little corner of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Are you guys excited for a Breaking Bad movie? Let us know in the comments down below. But most importantly, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon. I know you see it there. You're like, what's that?
Click it, find out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never done it. But you go ahead and click it and let me know what it does. It'd be really important. But also click over here. Click over here. There's a video right here. There's a Patreon over here. But also tune in Thursdays, 4 p.m. for Super TV Showdown. Wednesdays, 4 p.m. for the Only Stupid Answers show. And make sure you drink some water, because you're probably not hydrated enough.
Please go to patreon.com/onlystupidanswers on Fridays for our live shows.
Just as important.
And a ton of other extra content. And onlystupidanswers.com for everything you're missing.
It's all over here. You can't click these ones, though.
Bye-bye.
Bye.